Hey guys, Kiji here. I got something a bit different today than usual. I am doing a Pokemon theory. I'll probably make this a weekly thing. Anyway, this week's theory is multiple legendaries. Okay, now some people have said that for instances there are more than just one legendary, although several times in the anime and several other features, like games and such, it has actually been stated that there is only one of each specific legend. Well, several things arise to this. The first being, people like professors specifically, moreover, they ask young kids to go out and complete the Pokédex. But how can you complete the Pokédex if somebody else does? Technically, if you only put it this way, only one person can complete the Pokédex. You would have think that they would have known this. But that's not the main reason. Now, I have several instances in which, and most of which are from the anime. A lot of people say that there are only one legend. But then, moreover, a lot of others say that there are several of each. I'm taking the side that there are several legends of each. My first instance, well, I would go ahead and say the Celebi in the Pokemon movie. One of them had a Celebi, but several Celebi showed up. Now, it is possible that they are not different Pokemon, they're only the same one, just from a different time, which that's what a lot of people would say, and I'm honestly with that one too. It would make sense, but if you think about it, there are several of them, even if it is the same thing. Another one I have is, if you think about it, Entei. Entei's Pokédex is something like, every time it roars, a volcano erupts. Every time a volcano erupts, a new Entei is born. If you think about it that way, if an Entei just wants to increase its population, all it has to do is roar. Now, that's quite simple, but there is also more. You can breed the Pokemon Manaphy and Phione, doing which you will get a Phione. You can just breed that Pokemon constantly, which, for some reason, it is considered a legend. A breedable legend, for that matter. The only one. Or the only two, at least. But you can breed them, and you can get a Phione. Upon doing which, you can create several legendaries of that one, too. Another instance that comes from the anime is Shaman. In the movie, after Shaman got to where it was supposed to be, several other Shaman are seen all turning into Sky form. But if there are other Shaman, then there's obviously not just one of them. That's a little easy to think of now, isn't it? There are several instances on this. People could also clone Pokemon like they did with Mewtwo. After all, it was modified from Mew's genes. They could recreate Pokemon legendaries and produce more of them, like man-made like a Porygon. But it doesn't necessarily just work that way. There's a lot of Pokemon that actually have several instances. In the anime, there was also a baby Lugia. Not only was there a baby Lugia, but in Pokemon, one of the games, I think it was Colosseum? Gale of Darkness, maybe? But I know for a fact that there is also a Shadow Lugia. Now, that may be the exact same Lugia, just modified into a Shadow Lugia, but I'm not sure about that. It may be a separate Lugia entirely. Another instance, in yet another movie, there was the fact of a Latios. Okay, for some reason, one of them died, but you could also see yet another Latios with it. So there are also several Latios, apparently. Which, I don't really understand why there would be more of them, but... okay then, whatever. There's plenty of Pokemon that they have, well, stated that there are more than just one of. It's obviously legendaries, but as many have said before that there are only one of each, as I have stated several times this video already, it is, like I said, several proven points that there are more than just one legend. For example, Ho-Oh can actually create more legends if you think about it. There is another theory stating that Ho-Oh created Raikou, Entei, and Suicune from a dead Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon in the Burned Tower. If that is true, then Ho-Oh can also create more legends. The same with Lugia, who is said to have birthed the birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. they were said to have been produced from an egg from Lugia in which they were all born. Yet another instance involving this theory is Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie, who are said to have come from an egg. But if they came from an egg, something had to have laid that. The only thing that could have laid that egg is another of its own kind. At least one. So that means something had to have born them, and that means there are several Azelf, Mesprit, or Uxie as well. Actually. So those are some of the major ones. Some of them are also minor, like the ones with Manaphy and Fiona. But then Dialga can also go back in time and drag Pokemon from the past, present, or even the future, and put them in the specific time that it's in at the moment. He could take one from the past and put it in the future for whatever reason he would want to, I guess. I don't really know why Dialga would do that, but... There also used to be a way... Okay, this one has nothing to do with it, but I'm just bringing this up because it has a bit to do with it. There was a glitch back in Gold and Silver, and if Gold and Silver was anything like actual Pokemon logic, there was a glitch where you could breed Entei. For whatever reason, I do not know, but you could actually breed an Entei. I don't know what kind of glitch that is, but yeah, you had baby Entei everywhere. Weird. Anyway, that's most of my points on this theory. It's a pretty bad theory, but it's my first one. You gotta give me some credit, you know? I'm not gonna be here for like 24 hours explaining how many Pokemon there are of each existence. Seriously, I mean, you want to try to do that, have fun, do what you want, but I'm not gonna sit here and do this. And that means nobody better ask me to actually count how many of each legend there are. Anyway, back to what I was getting at. Another part of the theory that is just actually, if you think about it, does make logical sense. Arceus is said to be the Pokemon who created all other Pokemon, but at the same time created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. But how did Arceus create them? You don't know. Neither do I. It's actually unknown how that Pokemon created all the others. But one thing is known. Obviously it created them. It had to have had a way. If it wanted to make more, it probably could. So Arceus has the potential of creating other Pokemon as well. Specifically legends if it wants. Literally, you could make... Okay, if Arceus wanted to, he could make a random Pokemon rule anything. You could literally get one to rule freaking gold or something. I doubt that it would want that. You could get one to rule gold, you could get one to rule freaking toilets. Just whatever the hell Arceus wants, he gets. He's like Pokemon God, so, yeah. Anyway. Backing on with the theory, is actually also a possibility that there are several legendaries of Pokemon, like specifically Yveltal. In X and Y, its Pokédex states that it will die after expanding its life force. It will die and then sleep for, I think it's 1,000 years. Then it will be reborn. Is it possible that there are other Yveltal? That's what nobody knows. There may be more than just one Yveltal. Also, this is the main one. If you think about it, Pokemon game logic, you can transfer legendaries all over the world, and you can just simply have more than one. You can have a box of Arceus if you would like. You can have a total of 100 of them. You can have 1,000 almost. Would people do this? Yeah, probably. If you go by game logic, yes, it is definitely possible to have multiple legendaries. But you still can't get an Entei to roar to get several of them, of course. So anyway, guys, that's my theory on Pokemon, several legendaries. Pretty bad, but hey, I'll upgrade it at some point. And just so you know, anybody who can try to guess this theme, go ahead and say that in the comments. If you get that, well, good for you. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.